Most people pick up Ready or Not for the tactical gameplay. The breach and clear, the weapon builds, the satisfying crunch of a well-executed entry. And that's fair, it's one of the best tactical shooters ever made. But Void built something underneath all of that. A story told almost entirely through environmental storytelling. Hidden rooms that shouldn't exist, belongings left behind by people who never made it out, evidence and briefings that hold chilling details. These are all things that I walked right past for years until smarter people than me started finding things that left me with my jaw on the floor. But let's be honest, we've all been chasing that feeling that we got when we first played a GTA game. Ready or Not scratches that itch. Here are 25 of my favorite disturbing moments, ranked least to most disturbing. I'm Surefired, I hope you all enjoy this one. Number 25, and it sets the tone immediately. Right at the entrance of the restaurant side of the first map, before you've cleared a single room, a veteran and his dog. He heard something, he had a pistol, and he made a decision. He didn't make it, neither did his dog. Void put this here on purpose. They even make you observe it as a hidden objective. A man whose instinct was still to protect people, even when the odds were hopeless. Number 24, Michael Williams. The streamer who got swatted. Except when you look at his desktop, the photos of neighbors he's been sending around the neighborhood, and the children listed for sale on his Mindjot server, maybe the person who called us in wasn't entirely wrong. Not to mention his own mother's living on the same floor while all this goes on. Too bad Void made arresting this POS an objective.
You gotta be kidding me.
Number 23, Gerard Scott's unhinged wall writing on Sullivan's Slope. The walls are covered. Satanic ruins, conspiracy theories, paranoid rants connecting names, dates, and organizations that may or may not exist. Gerard Scott didn't just move up here to be left alone. He's been up here building something, and whatever conclusion he's reached, you're standing in the middle of it. Number 22, sticking with Gerard Scott, achieve S rank on Sullivan's Slope and you'll unlock a photograph of D Platoon. Every face is visible, one is circled. Judges. Gerard Scott wasn't some paranoid hermit who happened to be in the wrong place. He knew who was coming. He'd been watching Judge specifically. Go back and look at those wall writings again. They hit a little different knowing this. Number 21, Sins of the Father, the Clemente Hotel, creepy music. The moment you enter the dishonor room, you hear it. A woman wailing the Star-Spangled Banner, and it never stops. War paintings line every hallway, blood-stained American flags, portraits that seem to follow you through the corridors. Whoever designed this hotel wanted to feel like a desecration of something sacred, and they truly succeeded. Number 20, Elephant. This map will appear several times on my list, but to start, it is the only mission in the entire game with no music whatsoever. No quiet music, no ambient sound. Complete silence underneath the gunfire and screaming. Void made a deliberate creative decision that a school shooting didn't deserve a soundtrack. That decision alone says everything.
Suspect isn't going. Got a bag.
Keep your hands up. Let's go.
Number 19, Ends of the Earth. A suburban factory to build guns. Not bought, not stolen, built. Layer by layer on a consumer 3D printer you can order online right now. Functional firearms assembled in the attic above the family photos and untidy bedrooms. This picture suggests that there were likely full-auto AR-15s that could wreak havoc in the wrong hands around Los Sueños. However, they did have their reasons. Which brings us to number 18, the reason behind the guns. Medication is on the counter, her medical equipment is clearly visible, and her 3 sons are somewhere in this building willing to get into a gunfight with SWAT. Not out of malice, not out of ideology, and not out of hate. It's out of pure desperation to be able to afford their mother's medical bills. The first time I played this mission, I thought I would just drop some gangbangers quick. Now I truly make an effort to arrest them all. Number 17, Neon Tomb. The very entrance, before you even get inside the nightclub. Dozens of civilian bodies piled outside the front door. The attack was already over before you arrived. You aren't stopping anything. You're processing a massacre. This mission starts you right off questioning whether you're going to be a cop or stoop to the level of the terrorists. Number 16, and we're still at the nightclub. Somewhere out there, someone just saw the news, and they're doing the only thing they think they can do. They're calling. a mother, a friend, a significant other who stayed home that night, all of them getting the same answer: nothing. The phones keep lighting up across the dance floor while the music still plays and you're stepping over bodies to neutralize the threat. Every buzz is someone who doesn't know the outcome yet. You're the first person who does. Number 15, onto the Coastal Grove Medical Center. The Hand attacked a hospital full of nightclub survivors. That alone should be the worst thing about this mission. But then you take the stairs up to the upper floor, the Pediatrics ward. Void doesn't draw attention to it, so you really have to take this one in for yourself. But details show us that they attacked this ward, and set up their bomb here of all places. If you weren't ready to stack bodies before, you really should be now. Number 14, Gerard Scott again. You've seen the wall writings, you've seen the photograph with Judge's face circled. You think you understand what Scott is. Batshit crazy. Then you find the basement, and that solidifies it. A fully functional Ricin Lab. Not the chaotic workspace of a paranoid hermit, the operation of someone who knew exactly what they were doing and had been doing for a long time. Number 13, Rust Belt, and a little change of pace. You've cleared the entire tunnel system, cartel has been dealt with, mission nearly done. You approach the boat and you're ready to wrap this one up. Then you see them. 2 eyes across the water, in the dark watching you. Not a suspect or a civilian. Does it mean something? The game never explains it, never acknowledges it, never brings it up again. Number 12, and we're at Twisted Nerve. Pink bedroom, upper floor, a girl lying on her bed. Peacefully, in our current version of the game. Here's what makes this worse though. On full release, Void changed her. The original version was significantly more explicit about what had happened to her. She was laying there twitching, coughing up blood, evidence of sex and drug abuse nearby. What you're seeing now is the toned down version, but it still has a great effect. Number 11, Gerard Scott again. This is found on a recording device in the main living area of the cabin. Scott has audio recordings of himself ranting. Here it is.
They may be watching me, but I'm also watching them. I'm better than they are. I always was. They try, but not hard enough. Food, water, air, it's all diseased. I have the cure. They'll try and stop me. I can't let them. I won't let them.
Number 10, back to the medical center. Except this one hits you before you even load in. On the pre-mission briefing, you can play a 911 call. A woman under a desk. Shooters moving floor to floor above her. She doesn't know how many. It happened too fast. And then, she says it.
They're shooting people here. I hate this fucking city.
Not a prayer, not a goodbye, just exhaustion. Pure exhaustion at a city that has put her here again. Number 9, and we're at Port Hoken. Past the containers, past everything you've already seen in this warehouse that you're still trying to process, there's a stage. Lit, dressed, and deliberate. Built specifically to display human beings to buyers like a product launch. That's what makes it unbearable. Not the violence, the planning, the professionalism of it. Evil organized is somehow way worse than evil chaotic. Number 8, Valley of the Dolls. Oh, Amos Vole, we will be visiting you a few times in the top 10. But for this one, there's a note, written by Vole himself, organizing a feet picture contest for the teenage guests of his daughter's birthday party. On its own, strange, uncomfortable. In the context of what is directly beneath your feet right now, however, greatly disturbing. And number 7, what's under your feet? Upstairs, a birthday party, sunshine, balloons, teenagers who came because they were invited by a friend. Downstairs, beds, toys, children's drawings on the wall, filming equipment, dark rooms, a prison for trafficking and exploiting children. Void wants you to understand that the most dangerous places don't always look dangerous from the outside. Number 6, the back room of that basement. Vole again. The walls have writing all over them, referencing Amos Vole's daughter by name. If you go back upstairs, above one of the filming beds, a framed photograph. Vole and his daughter, smiling. Void places these two details in opposite ends of the same building and never connects them for you. They trust that you do that yourself. Number 5, Vol's Darkroom. Past everything else in the basement that's already made you question why you keep playing this game, there's a red light at the end of the corridor. A darkroom, personal and private, where Amos Vol develops the photographs himself, by hand, alone. That red light is still on when you arrive. He wasn't finished. Number 4, we're still at Vol's, but don't get comfy. It's the last one here. Near the back wall, there's a hole in the floor, with barrels, being buried in wet cement, hastily, like someone ran out of time. Each barrel just large enough to fit a child. Ready or Not never tells you what's inside them, it doesn't need to. Because you already know. You've known since the moment you saw the size of them. And that knowledge is yours to carry now. Number 3, we are out of Vol's house, but we're on to the school shooting. Another chilling 911 call in the mission briefing. I'm gonna play a couple chilling scenes from that 911 call here, but I suggest you go listen to the full thing yourself.
911, this call is being recorded. What is your emergency? What is your emergency?
I need help.
Can you tell me what's wrong?
I'm hiding. There's blood. So much blood.
Okay, I'm going to need you to stay calm. Do you know where you are?
No, they don't.
No, I mean, where are you?
Hiding in a cupboard. They came in and just started shooting. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. No, please, no!
After listening to that call, you know it's time to face pure evil. No cuffs will be required on this mission. Number 2, and we're still at Watt Community College. What you find after listening to the 911 call is even worse. The Auditorium. Bullet holes at desk height. Personal belongings mid-task. A room full of people who came to learn something that morning and were murdered. Here's what separates this from every other game who has even come close to touching this subject. Void never sensationalized it. This is the reality of evil preying on the innocent. I will happily give up my S rating on this mission every single time. Number 1. The one that shocked me the most. Port Hogan, the container. 18 missions, countless bodies, a city that has shown you things that you will never fully process. A container full of trafficked women found. We should be celebrating. Instead, you are instructed to close the container, leaving these women to use as bait to follow to the head of the organization. This one truly makes you sick.
Stand down and shut that door, entry team. We're sending a unit to secure the container and its contents.
What? We're not leaving them like this.
Close the doors. Unless you want to interfere with a federal investigation, I suggest you shut the door and lock it behind you. Do your job and proceed with your mission. Understood?
Understood.
And there we have it, 25 of my favorite level design scenes from Ready or Not. The scariest part of every single entry on this list isn't the darkness Void put into these rooms. It's how little they had to invent. These are real things, real operations, and real rooms that real people have walked into and never fully walked out of. So next time you see a first responder, just remember that they have to deal with some of these sick things in their own backyard. Then they go home, kiss their husband or wife, play with the kids, and do it all over again the next day. Thanks a ton for watching. I really, truly appreciate it. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more stuff coming down the line.